What's going on, people? You already know what we do. Shout out to the replay crew. I'm here, not for a long time, but for a good time, you know? So, shout out to anybody out there that's anybody out there doing anything that they do. I'm just spreading my love to you. And hopefully you give me that love right back. It's another Wednesday. I'm not going to keep you too long, but just long enough to make an impact. Hopefully, you've been back and forth, on this channel, understanding what I do. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but, we start from where we are. And right now, we're at a place in time where Thanksgiving is about to come up in the States. Some people have, I think, already celebrated it in Canada or whatnot. I can't really get into that. I forget when that is. But, happy Thanksgiving and, holiday stuff to those people out there that celebrate that. Just grateful for another day. And I go from there. I don't want to get too deep into that, but it's about just, being thankful for each day, having, 365 days of gratitude, if so. But that's not what this is all about. A lot of times in life, we have things that we want to do, that we attempt to do, that we try to do. Of course, you have to be skilled and knowledgeable and talented and all of those different things. Sometimes we come from different backgrounds where, those skills and talent, may not be enough. Or a situation where, we constantly get browbeat or told you're not good enough or told, that you'll never succeed because you come from, XYZ situation or you're part of, XYZ family or, whatever the case is or whatever the cause. And sometimes, not all times, the difference is your confidence, the confidence that you have in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then who else will? Now, I'm not saying have, the ultimate confidence to where, it's just you and it's only you and nobody has help, and you're a self-made person. That's a whole other conversation, that I'm not getting into. For the sake of this is about people who lack confidence, or the people who may want to do things and don't understand that sometimes the difference is building up your confidence and believing in yourself and being able to push yourself past the point of self-doubt, because a lot of times we get caught up with self-doubt. And if you're caught up in self-doubt to the point where you don't believe anything is going to go right and all things are going to go wrong and you'll never amount to anything, then, it can be the self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe that you can, you are right. If you believe that you can, you are right. It all depends on you and what it is that you want to push for, what you want to will to be. Because a lot of times in this life, we face obstacles. We face things that stop us or deter us. And sometimes, people put ideas and thoughts in our head, that we take on and we make it our own. Sometimes you can have thoughts of, inadequacy or just, not being enough because of something that somebody told you. You said, you ain't nothing, your daddy ain't nothing, your whole family ain't nothing. Of course, not in those conciliatory ways or, more colorful terms. And it's about understanding your self-worth. It's about understanding where you stand, being able to, look at the accomplishments of where you've come from and what you're doing and how far you can go with things. Sometimes we don't look at our lives and see how far we come from and the things that we've overcome and the obstacles that we face, to the point where you say, okay, well, somebody else's opinion can creep in and that could become the popular consensus, amongst whoever you're hanging out with. And I remember it was something that the rapper 50 Cent said about what his grandfather told him. He said, you're only going to go as far as the people that you spend talking to for no reason, and if you can't learn anything from those people, why are you around them? And I'll just add my own little spin to it. What happens is you have a situation where you should be around people who are inspiring you, lifting you up, who believe in you, who want to see you win, folks that you want to see win. It's like somebody sent me a thing online, one of those inspirational videos, and they were saying that you could tell the difference between leaders and followers, Followers, they hate what you're doing, and they, despise your success and your ability to rise and do the things that you want to do. But a leader, or somebody who wants to be a leader, is inspired by your success. And I say that to say that you want to be around people that are inspired by your success, that when you win, they feel like they've won, even if they didn't personally win. And I try to be around people, that surround myself with people who want to see me win. When they see me win, they're not looking at it like, oh, who are you and why you, and who do you think you are, or you're arrogant or self-centered. And of course, you don't want to be arrogant or self-centered, but at the same time, you don't want to be around people who resent you for trying to rise above your circumstances, to have confidence in your abilities. It's not so much that you have the ultimate confidence to where, nobody else did it but you, but it's a situation where you believe that once certain things are placed in your hand, once you learn certain skills, once you have a certain faith or ability, wherever it comes from, whether you believe religiously, whether you have a philosophy on it or not, it's about understanding once you learn how to pick yourself up, and dust yourself off and try again, then it becomes something that you can really move forward on, be it you, male, female, gay, straight, whoever you are, whatever you are. It's about understanding what makes you worth anything, and valuable in this life, and not letting people, constantly define and redefine who you are, and, tell you that you can't be anything. Of course, it's things that we need to, have, where we take constructive criticism and stuff like that. I'm all for that. But it's a point where you have to really modestly self-efface, as I've been taught by the old timers. You have to really look at yourself with an honest eye, look in the mirror and see what's going on. Yeah, Rock, I just came on, so I'm here. But you caught me before, so it's all good. I was just going on my monologue, my soliloquy, if you please, about just, your confidence and what it is. And sometimes people don't understand. Sometimes you can have, the ability, the smarts, the looks, the money, whatever it is. But if you don't have confidence in your abilities, if you don't believe in yourself, then everything can go to waste. There's a lot of people out there who are unsuccessful with talent. It's all too common to have people out there who have these gifts, these abilities, these ways of going about things that are unique. I was talking to a woman at work the other day, and she was talking about how she believes that everybody has a gift or somebody, or something that they do that is worthwhile, that they should actually get into. And unfortunately, a lot of times, we as people, we give up too quick. We face adversity, or we don't face adversity when it comes. And sometimes we'll let things trip us up, to the point where you fall one time. Who wants to keep getting up again and again? It's like a bike, for those of us that have learned how to ride a bike. One of the easiest ways to learn how to ride a bike without the training wheels is to fall down. I mean, I didn't like it at the time when I fell down, riding a bike and everything like that. But you learn many years later, or sometimes, right after the fact, that the reason you have to fall and get up again and keep going and doing what you do is because you learn to balance yourself on the bike. And when you learn to balance yourself, you can ride in a straight path, you can do tricks, you can, maneuver on the vehicle that you have to do. And I think life is like that in a lot of ways as well, that you have to learn how to fall down, how to get up, to dust yourself off, to balance yourself properly, because things are not always going to go your way. It's like the Batman movie, Bruce Wayne asks Alfred, or Alfred asks Bruce Wayne, why do we fall? And it's to learn to pick ourselves back up. Why do we have to go through things where our confidence is tested? To learn who we are, to understand that you're special, that you're gifted, you're talented, you're unique in your own way. For many times people don't realize that one little difference right there is just taking the time out to be open-minded enough to believe in yourself, to give yourself a chance. And I tell people that, I've said this many years ago, to the point where, many years ago, people don't even remember the video. I said, give yourself a chance. Yes, you in the mirror, look, at what you have done. Yes, Rock, he said, I've fallen many times, but I got up, dusted myself off, shake off the cobwebs, and kept trying. And that's what it is. Because if you keep trying, if you keep going, if you keep pushing, if you keep plugging away, you'll get there. And that's the key that most people don't understand. If you're supposed to do something and make it happen, and it goes a certain way in life, you got to keep going to the end. Because even if it doesn't turn out the way that you want, at least you could look back and say, I've tried. Like even with myself on this channel, I'm not a great YouTuber, big in any stretch, or whatever. But if it all ended today, if everything went, all to heck or whatever, right? I could at least look back and say, you know what, I tried, I put forth an effort, I really, invested time into what I was doing. And, I built up my confidence, had it broken down, built up again, till you get to the end. And that's the thing I'll say to people: whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're striving for, whoever you're trying to become, they say, aim for the stars. No, shoot for the moon and aim for the stars, or something like that. The point is that regardless of what it is that you're trying to do, you'll become better for the journey, when you start to believe in yourself and you start to push and you start to say to yourself, hey, you know what? There's something in it. What if I don't give up? What if I keep going? What if I keep trying to, progress and put myself in a way where, you know what, let's see where this can go. And a lot of times people don't do that when it comes to themselves and the things that they try to accomplish. It's like a mentor of mine told me, he says, people don't think, how good can it get? Everybody's caught up in what can go wrong and how you can flip and slip and trip and not, attain your goals. But I ask you, what happened if you kept going? What happened if you kept pushing? How good could it actually get? Where would you actually end up? You may not get where you want to be, but at the same time, you can actually find yourself so much far ahead and so much further in what it is that you need to do. And people don't realize that, because it's not always about the destination, but the journey, the journey of life, the journey of finding out what would happen if I began to have more confidence in myself. What if I actually liked the person that I saw in the mirror each day? What if I believed in the things that were meant for me to do in this life? What if I actually cared about the stuff that I was trying to pursue and, constantly invested in myself more so than I invest in a job or in material things? What would I become if I had, real confidence in the things that I was trying to go after? These are things that are real out there. And I say all this to say that a lot of times your confidence is the difference. With that being said, thank you for watching. See you next time. Always, number love.